NathanIvy.com. Mr. Ivy know the show must go on. And for Cincinnati, man, I put on. Tunes made another flame beat for me to cook on. Raised arms, close this year, too strong. Team NI, chop it up at the chop shop. Top notch with the king flow, the hot shot. Cop squats in, listen to the real. Jumping like hopscotch, nobody harder than, oh, no, think not. Not only citywide, but nationwide. Superlative, keep it locked like them Haitian guys. Put the truth in the airways, we talk about it. Brand new like the 10th place, let's be about it. Who got the info by the Ayo? Jono be the rapper, got them jamming when they play him. Staying in my lane, they ain't gotta okay him. Who the host with the scoop? Yeah, they gon' say him. Ivy, so superlative like a bag of drippos. Show you where the Brits at, Cincinnati Reds at. One time where my people at. Team NI where my people at. It's the 513, yeah, you know the flow. What's the word, Nate? Let them know the show. One time where my people at. Team NI where my people at.
Intro family, I think I should do like a little video. Just something, nothing professional or nothing pro, nothing like that, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. Shout out to Jono and Tunes for making that intro many years ago. Still relevant. I'm going to mix in some bingo flows though. More into it. Is it going to be a Who Dey weekend? We won't know until after the game on Saturday. How many people in the audience? I'm curious. How many people in my audience so far, if you can hear the sound of my voice, are planning on traveling to Tennessee to follow the Cincinnati Bengals? If you are, I'd love to know it. I mean, damn, you got it like that. Damn, that's fun. That's fun. I know a few people that just travel. They just follow the team. Must be a lot of fun. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Wake up, people. Some things are obvious. Some things are so obvious. Why do we make things so difficult? Why do we make things so damn difficult? Some things are real simple. They're real obvious. But good morning to you. 513-873-7134. I got a smattering of topics on people, politics, and pleasure that I want to share with you this morning. My name is Nathan Ivy. I'm your friendly neighborhood agent provocateur. So let me see. I was on let me see if I can get this up for you. I want you to see this. I was on Facebook and I came across a fake Facebook post from a friend. And this person has actually been on the show a couple times over the years. And he posted his support of Black business, but also a critique of a local business, support that local business is getting. Let me see. I'm gonna put this on my phone. I'm just gonna do it for the love of the game. See if you can see that. Can you see that? You can't see that, can you? Hold on. So I'm gonna pull this up so you can check it out for yourself. And he kind of lightweight went in. He was making a point about a new business. Anybody hip to the Alabama Fish Bar? They just reopened. Apparently, they've been around for a long time. I'm from Cincinnati. Of course, I've been to the Alabama Fish Bar many, many times. They closed down for renovations, and they just opened up this week. And it was long lines, man. I'm like, damn, people was fiending for the fish. And if you don't know, they are famous, local famous, if not regionally famous, if not world famous. I don't know how you measure these things, but definitely locally and regionally famous for their fried fish. And you get a little bit of fish and some bread and some potatoes, right? And that's what they do. You can get whiting, and I think you can get something else. It's been a minute. My wife and I, we used to go there when we first got married. We would go down there and pick it out. And, like all things, it gets old real quick, right? But they shut down and they just reopened, and they're a part of 3CDC's plan for the OTR area, that area down there. And it was a line around, I don't know if it was around the corner, but it was a line like down the street. Anybody go down there? I did not. It was a line down the street. People trying to get their fish. But Clyde Bennett is a lawyer. And he's been in some high profile local cases here. Remember, he represented the brother that said after coronavirus, and he called Mike DeWine a cracker. And then the white men that run our law enforcement here in Cincinnati, they got all in their feelings and wanted to throw the book at him. And some self-loathing black folks was like, yeah, they should lock him up. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Meanwhile, ever since then, everybody saying F coronavirus and staging all kind of protests at the Capitol building. Nobody get arrested. But they had to make an example out of the brother, especially when he called Governor Mike DeWine a cracker. When he called him a cracker, it was a rap. Because Mike DeWine he's pals with our Hamilton County prosecutor. Hamilton County prosecutor said, I don't care if he dies in jail. That's what he said. Look for it. Hamilton County taxpayers will be paying for that lawsuit real soon. Some of folks spent like 2 weeks in jail because he said F the coronavirus. They had a little party downtown. I'll never let you forget it because, you had even some black folks that was arguing with me about how he deserved to be locked up. And I thought it was the craziest thing ever. And then since then, we've seen all this resistance about COVID, the vax, people at the county, at the Capitol building. In Ohio, people have a whole protest with no mask on, basically having F coronavirus parties. Nobody gets arrested. Nobody. But the black people, though, we got to make an example out of you. We told you don't be traveling. Where's your papers, right? This city. But anyway, so he posted something. Let me see. I screenshotted it. Let me see if I can pull it up. He posted something that I thought could be interesting. I just want to get your thoughts on it. He don't have to be right. He don't have to be wrong. Hope he's not mad I'm using this. I think he'll be okay. Let me see if I can put this up. There it is. That's that I need to make that bigger. But that's a screenshot, and you can tell the time and place and all that kind of stuff. Let me read it to you. This is Clyde Ben. He writes, my thoughts on Alabama fish. The fish is not bad. However, black folks in Cincinnati will overwhelmingly support and hype white businesses, but will not support and unnecessarily criticize black businesses. Standing 2 hours in line in the cold for some fish? Really? This enigmatic attitude and belief are prevalent among blacks in Cincinnati. Blacks in other cities, Atlanta, Houston, etc., do not think this way. And y'all know damn well the fish at Wing Champs, Mangoes, Park Place, Game Time, etc., is just as good, if not better. And then there's an image of like the people that were standing in line. Clyde went in. Does he have a point? Is he right? Or is he dead wrong in your opinion? I'm black. I live in Cincinnati. A lot of people are black. We live in Cincinnati. You live in Cincinnati. I want to get your thoughts about this. Is Clyde Bennett right about that? Or is he dead wrong? Or is he kind of right? I don't know. You tell me. I think people are creatures of habit. That's what I think. And like some people just have a habit of going to their favorite spot, getting their favorite fish sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And so when Alabama fish shut down, it disrupted their normal routine. So when they came back, they was happy. Now, I will probably never eat Alabama fish again because I don't know. Number one, that's not my choice of fish. If I'm going to eat any fish, and I do eat fish from time to time, it'll be, some wild caught salmon with a lot of fat in it. And I'm cool with frying it, but I ain't gonna fry it in no damn canola oil. If it's not avocado oil or extra virgin olive oil, I ain't effing with it. It's bad for my heart. That should have killed me. Y'all do what you got to do. I'll never probably taste it again in my life. I've had enough. And again, I enjoyed it. How would I rate the fish at Alabama Fish, like on a scale from 0 to 4 stars? Which it depends. It's been a long time, so it's hard to remember. But I've had some times over the years where I enjoyed it. It was hot and fresh and all that kind of shit. But it's not the kind of thing that I could eat on a regular basis because it's just the oil in it. It's just, it just gets to you. It'd be grease everywhere. On a scale from 0 stars to 4 stars, I'd give it's okay. It's okay. It ain't nothing that I would like travel a long distance for, anything like that at this point. It's okay. It's not bad. I'm not here to shit on it. It's not black owned. It's owned by a white female, which, whatever that means to you. If it was black owned, I'd probably be more into it. I'll just be honest. That's just where I'm at these days. But what do you think about what Clyde Bennett had to say? This is like a Cincinnati story. I want to get your thoughts. And you can see he had a few comments. And I caught it when he had just posted an hour later. I haven't checked back to see how far the comments have gone. Let me read it to you again. He said black folks in Cincinnati will overwhelmingly support and hype white businesses, but will not support and unnecessarily criticize black businesses. Is that true? I don't know if that's fair. Is that true? I mean, yeah, you can point to some examples here or there, but is that true? Is that true? I mean, a lot of people are going to immediately, conjure up or resurrect the history of mahoganies on the banks, and yeah, black folks acting terrible down there. I heard some of the horror stories from Liz herself, just terrible. This ain't better than my grandmama's macaroni and cheese. Like people was telling her shit like that. And I don't care where you go. You go to any restaurant over and over again, you're gonna catch them on a bad day. You're gonna catch them on a bad day. We just returned something for the kids. The kids was eating some. I won't tell you what it was because they're not paying me. But I opened the box to get home. Fries all over burned. Man, listen, I called them so quick. They gave us a credit. I was cool with it. But in my opinion, if you go to any place, any restaurant, I don't care where it is, if you go there on a regular basis, you're gonna hit them on a down day. You know what I'm saying? Craig and Dede back there on the grill one day, or you're gonna get bad service. I mean, that's just been my experience. Like, I don't care where you go. It's very, 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 very rare for you to go to a restaurant on a consistent basis and the quality of the service and the food is like boom all the time. I'm just being honest with you. That's rare. You're going, sometimes you get a bad waitress, or sometimes they extra busy, or something happens. Sometimes they got like, a new cook on the grill or some shit like that. But Clyde is saying that he believes that black people in Cincinnati are far more supportive to non-black businesses, on those kind of scenarios than they are white businesses. I want to get your thoughts. Standing in 2 hours in line in the cold for some fish? Really? Now Clyde work out too, man. He's a big workout guy, so he probably ain't messing with no fried fish. That's just, you frying it in peanut oil. He ain't messing with it. I understand. This enigmatic attitude and belief are prevalent among blacks in Cincinnati. Is that true in your opinion? Many of you live in Cincinnati. Many of you are African American, which is different than American. If you listen to Mitch McConnell, they love us. They love us. He said that blacks in other cities, Atlanta and Houston, do not think this way. Damn. Why you got to compare us to blacks in other cities, Clyde? Fuck. Let us live, man. But I want to get your thoughts about that. I mean, we always talk about white folks in Cincinnati, but let's talk about black folks in Cincinnati for just a little bit. If you're up to that conversation, you may not be up for it. 513-873-7134 is my number. If for whatever reason you might want to give us a call this morning, you can use that number. It's a free call anywhere in the country and in most places around the world. The world is round, not flat. Some of you flat earth mofos out there. The earth is flat, right? No, it's not. I think. I've been around the world. I haven't seen it from I haven't seen it from orbit, so I don't really know. That's what they tell us anyway. I'm gonna go with that right now. But if you have any issues connecting with us, 513-873-7134, shoot me a message on Facebook and I'll try my best to deal with whatever I can deal with. Let me add a quick disclaimer, because Facebook is hypocritical as fuck. Excuse my language. They are hypocrites. I mean, you can plot to overthrow the country, but you can't use the N-word on Facebook. You can plot to overthrow the country in a violent revolution. You can do all of that. You can lie about the president's citizenship. You can lie about this or that and the other, but you can't use copyrighted material. Get the fuck out of here. Facebook. Yeah, I said it. They take me off, you take me off. So what? I don't give a damn. Where there's a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Say it with me. Today's show is brought to you by our friends at Renew Community Church. Every Sunday at 11:45 a.m., they do a Sunday morning masterclass hosted by Charlie Winburn. This Sunday's topic, it's about to happen for you in 2022. Learn how to feel good every 60 seconds of your life as things manifest for you. And of course, manifestation without hard work ain't gonna get you a damn thing. We already know that. You can manifest all you want to. You ain't putting no action behind it, ain't shit happening. You can tap in on YouTube at Renew Community Church live stream. And on Facebook, you can tap in at facebook.com/Cincy Renew. That's CINCI Renew. And if interested, if you go to their website, which is 3Ws.renewcommunitychurch.org, you can sign up to get a free ebook. You can download it to whatever your device is of your pleasure, and perhaps sign up for free personal and/or business coaching. All right, check that out. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Wake up, people. Some things are obvious. Some things are so obvious. We'll get to that. But more of this real quick. I mean, this is quite interesting. I don't know. I mean, for me personally, within the Black community, I see more and more talk and more energy around creating and supporting Black-owned businesses. That's what I see. But that's just me. I don't know if this is fair. I don't know if Clyde Bennett being fair. I mean, great. Some black people like Alabama Fish Bar. They happy it's open. Does that have to be some kind of grand indictment on the whole Black Cincinnati? Not really. You know what? Clyde out of bounds on this one. Or is he? I've never had to fish at Wing Champs, Mangoes, Park Place, or Game Time. They are all Black owned. I never had to fish there, so I can't compare the fish. Have you ever had to fish at those establishments? And you've also had to fish at Alabama Fish Bar? I mean, is Clyde making a larger point that we should pay attention to? That, listen, we need to be focused on spending our money with Black-owned businesses exclusively? Is that where we are? Is that his point? You tell me. Matter of fact, if you know Clyde, let him know we're talking about him this morning. Maybe I'll reach out to him and give him the call in and give us his perspective. You know what I'm saying? Clyde be working now. He a damn snob. Out there working out with your muscles and your smoothies. So am I, by the way. You damn smoothies and you eating right. Self-righteous fucking snob. Or maybe, Clyde is like, hey, listen, I'm seeing something. I need to let my people know here. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. I read some good news. I think this is good news. There's a new president with the Cincinnati Sentinels. And the new president is a Black female. A Black female. And her name is Captain Danita Pettis. That's right. Me and Reynolds be the first ones through the door. Her and Reynolds are now going to be in the leadership at the Cincinnati Sentinels. Yeah, apparently she's been like the vice president for a couple of years, kind of, learning or whatever. And now she's going to be the new president. And I think it's a great thing. We need more female leadership. I'm all for it. We need more Black female leadership because men have fucked up the world. Let's be honest here. You look at most of the problems in this world, men have created it. It's the truth. As a man, I'll take it for a team. I'll take it for the team. Hold on, I'll get a message here. Let me read this. Okay, sure. You already know, man. You already know. Yeah. Oh my God. I hope she gives us some great sound bites. Oh, that's one of the greatest sound bites ever, man. Me and Reynolds be the first ones through the door. You got the nerve to open your mouth, sit here when the call come out and gonna question what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, she let her have it. And now maybe we can get some more of that she's gonna be the Sentinel president. Because maybe perhaps she'll be, she'll speak and offer balance to that evil nonsense that we're getting from the head of the FOP here locally. So it'll be interesting. So her and Reynolds. Where is Reynolds? Where is Reynolds right now, man? That's the only thing I want to know. Answer me that. Oh my God. This is too much fun. Too much fun. Yeah, but Sergeant Danita Pettis is going to, I'm sorry, Captain. I got to be put in order. Nita Pettis is now going to be the new. She's going to be the new. They've been hating on her, all these lawsuits and complaints and all that. I can't tell you I know all the details about it because I don't. But when I read that article this week, I was very happy to see. Let me see if I can get an image of Captain Pettis. I like saying that, Captain. You know what I'm saying? Get it right, Negro Captain. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is from our friends over the Cincinnati Enquirer. They do great work. Check them out. Captain. And I'll just flash it real quick. But again, this is from the Cincinnati Enquirer, so give them all their credit. Let me see. Real quick. I want you to see this image. Black women and running things. We need more of this. With that magic. I love the magic. All right, it's coming. Here it is. Here, check this out. What the fuck? That's not what I'm looking for. The fuck? Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. Typed in Captain, but mistakenly pushed Capital. So here it is. Here's the image from the Enquirer. There she is. It's Captain Pettis. It's me and Reynolds. You're here talking all that nonsense about what I'm doing. Yeah, I know you got your little recorder. She called her all the way out. I know you got your little recorder. Make sure you get all of this now. So when you run back and tell everybody, make sure you get it right. I'm paraphrasing like I'm old folks. I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was something like this. Talking all this garbage, man, but me and Reynolds. Oh, man, look at that. That's great. That's great news. That'd be good for the city, hopefully. I think so. Good morning to you. 513-873-7134. Good morning to you. Tiffany writes, good morning. Good morning, Tiffany. Brandy writes, greetings. Jerome is in the house. I said, Jerome is in the house. Good morning, Nana Choppers. Eloise is in the house. She writes, good morning, happy Friday. We made it another Friday. Damn. Let me reflect on the week. It's good. It's a good week. Jared writes, good morning, hashtag Team NI. Daryl writes, good morning, Nana Choppers. Sorry, I think I had COVID. Never got a test. I think I had COVID, but I'll be honest with you. As I sit here right now, I feel good. And I think it's because of just the way my lifestyle over the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Just building up my natural immunity. I don't feel any kind of, I got a little bit of a little phlegm here or there, but it's every day going away really, really quickly. No breathing issues. I feel Gucci. I don't feel nothing. Daryl writes, Tennessee sold out all the tickets and limited tickets for Bengal fans. I read that. And they was real about it. They said, look, when we look out in the field, we want to see home squad only or mostly. We don't want to see you damn Who Dey fans out there trying to disrupt the play calling. We don't need none of that. We trying to win. I ain't mad at them. That's their stadium and their taxpayers, I'm sure. So should be a good game nonetheless. The game's tomorrow, right? Yeah, damn, I almost forgot the game's tomorrow. Oh, like I said, man, I don't get too high or get too low about these kind of things because I don't make any money off of it. And I'm not invested in any kind of way other than just living in the city of Cincinnati and paying my little part for the upkeep on the stadiums and shit like that. I'm happy for the city. I think in terms of like tourism, it's good for the city. You know what I'm saying? Because I was searching my brain trying to figure out, like, how do we win? Like, does this really lift up the city if the Bengals are doing well? And I think having an NFL host team can help your city in terms of tourism and attracting businesses and being a destination spot. And then beyond that, it's really up to the individuals. Like, and I'll say this again, if you haven't put yourself in a position with a net to catch any money from what the Bengals or tourism, then you ain't gonna catch no money. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the world works. Like, if you haven't already set the foundation so you can catch some of that whatever when it comes to the city, then you ain't gonna catch any. It's just how it is. You know, all the folks that have set up themselves up with their businesses, and it could be a long list of businesses. Of course, most of the money goes to the hotels. We know that. Those are the folks that are going to benefit because they already had pre-existing relationships, contracts, and business endeavors. If you just Joe Blow average citizen and you work somewhere and you just like the Bengals, you ain't really getting nothing out of it. But again, have your fun. I ain't trying to ish on it. I don't want to ish on it. I don't want Who They Nation at my neck. I got enough to deal with. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So support the people and shout to the people that, are smart enough to put themselves in that position. But I'm not mad at Tennessee. If they're going to limit the Bengal fans, I get it too. I do the same damn thing. We don't want you coming down here with your orange and black and your Jamar Chase on and your Joe Burrow is thorough. Save all that shit for the riverfront. We don't want to hear all that. All right. We want nothing but our fans down here screaming loud as hell when your team is on offense so we can try to disrupt the play calling. You know what I'm saying? We want our fans to hear us. If you don't like it, then, hey, get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, Bengals. Simple as that. But either way, it should be a lot of fun. We haven't even really talked about it, so we'll probably watch the game as a family like we did last week and, coordinate our food, what I'm saying, get them a pizza, something like that. And, watch the game. And, the family is surprisingly fun to watch a game with. The mofos are surprisingly fun to watch a game. My daughter, she cheerleads, so she learned football cheerleading over the last year or two. So she understands the game. My son don't understand the fucking game, but he's 7 now, so he's got all that youthful 7 energy he brings and stuff. The wifey understands the game. Yeah, it's fun. They put t-shirts on. I don't really have any Bengal naily or anything like that to rock. I'm not sure I would if I did. I might, but it'll just be something to watch and some fun time and win or lose. Win or lose. Now, of course, you're gonna have more fun if they win, obviously, but win or lose, I'm gonna have fun with it. And do the Bengals have a shot? Of course, they have a shot. Absolutely. They're gonna have to deal with King Henry, but they got a shot. Lannis writes, good morning, brother Nathan Ivy. Good morning to you, Lannis. Now, Lannis is the coach of the Ohio Kings. Some more fun. Black-owned, semi-pro basketball league based here in the city of Cincinnati. They play their games over at Cincinnati State. So, check them out and support. A lot of fun. You're looking for something different to do on the weekend, consider it. I know COVID. If you're not COVID sensitive, I get it. Tanika writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. Good morning to you. Jenny writes, good morning, Nathan and Choppers. Happy Friday. Jericho writes, hola, beautiful black people and the others too. Good morning to you. Keisha writes, they are in the top 100 soul food restaurants. Oh, gee, really? Who did this list? Top 100 soul food restaurants. I read that now you can play with a credit card, right? So I'm still gonna make a lot more money now because who's carrying cash these days? I carry a little bit of cash just in case something happens, but when I say little, I'm talking about like $5-6. You know what I'm saying? No change. Hey, I haven't changed in my pockets. So that's great. Again, in no way am I trying to hate on Alabama Fish Bar, but they're just okay to me. They're just okay. It ain't like the best thing, like I'm fiending for it. Now, growing up in Cincinnati, I've had my moments where I'm like, you know what? I got a taste for some Alabama fish, and me and the wifey run down there and get us some fish. And typically, as I got older, what I realized is that I couldn't eat a whole meal. So when I was younger, I smashed like, more food, please. More food, please, right? As I got older, I could eat less and less of it. It's because of the quality of the batter and the oil. That should have killed you. That should have taken you straight out the game. What they need to do is, and again, maybe they're already doing this, but everybody's on that health kick right now. So they need to have like that, some really good batter, you know what I'm saying? And then fry them babies up with some avocado oil, which can get very expensive. 100% avocado oil. Now we talking. Mix in some sweet potato chips, something like that. Now we talking. Now people like me be like, maybe. Until then, I've had enough. You enjoy it. I've had enough. And, as I said, if you missed it, Clyde Bennett, he's locally known on the microphone. He's a lawyer. He posted this on his Facebook page about Alabama fish. and about black people supporting black-owned businesses. That's the deep part. And I want to get your thoughts. I mean, you live in Cincinnati. What you think? I want to get your thoughts about it. You tell me. Is he right? Is he wrong? Is he on to something? Is he self-righteous? Did he miss the mark? The fish is not bad. However, black folks in Cincinnati will overwhelmingly support and hype white businesses, but will not support and unnecessarily criticize black businesses. Is this true? In your opinion? Again, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. Now, some black people can be really hypercritical about black-owned businesses. Like I said, you go to a black-owned business or any kind of establishment, maybe they shit ain't together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you caught them on a bad day or whatever. And some black people will hold that against you forever. See, I try to support black-owned businesses, and every time I do, this happens, right? You've heard those things. You've heard people say that kind of stuff. You've seen those kind of memes out there. I was trying to support a black-owned business, but I couldn't because they service be bad, right? Which becomes like a black mark on all black-owned businesses. I don't feel that way. In fact, I feel the opposite. I'll be honest with you. I would give a black-owned business a little bit more latitude than a majority-owned business. I mean, shit happens. It depends on the nature of what it is. You know what I'm saying? If it's some outright disrespect type of shit, I don't care who owned the business. I ain't going back. But if it's something that's kind of small and they acknowledge it, they try to make it better, that happens everywhere. That happens everywhere. I mean, there are very few restaurants that if you go to on a regular basis are going to consistently meet your expectations. It's very rare. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. But Clyde Bennett seems to think that black folks in Cincinnati are different than black folks in Atlanta and Houston. And I'd like to know whether you believe that or not. Do you agree or disagree? I disagree with that. I think generally speaking, where we are now, black people do support black-owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? Do you have some people that have that old school mentality? Sure you do. But is it fair to paint all of black Cincinnati with that broad brush? I don't believe so. That's just me. But I want to get your thoughts. Pardon me. Anthony writes, morning, Shop. Good morning to you, Anthony. Gladys writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. Enjoy your weekend. And got a little smiley face and is in love in the football. That means who day. Who day. Jenny writes, I had Alabama fish one time back in 2014, and that was only because someone in my office went that day and took our orders. You said back in 2014? It's a little while ago. Yeah, I mean, they all right. That's the way I'll put them. They all right. I'm not against them, but I don't wake up and be like, damn, I got to get some Alabama fish today. Now, there was a time, like back when I was in college, yeah, I shoot down there and give me some fish, but, I was in my 20s then. My guts were different. You know what I'm saying? My guts were different when I was in my 20s. My guts are different now. My guts can't take that shit. I'll be effed up. You know what I'm saying? Kelly writes, good morning. What's up, Terrence? What up, man? It has been a while. We got to connect, bro. Good to see you. I love those posts, man. Your son is absolutely adorable, man. Oh, my God. I love the posts. Love them. Keep him coming. He is the cutest thing in the world. I know you a proud papa, aren't you? I already know, bro. That's a beautiful thing, man. Enjoy that little boy. Enjoy that little boy. I'm telling you. Oh, my gosh. I said all the time, I was just telling Medium Buddha last night. I was in her bedroom. I spent a lot of time with her lately because she keep talking about how she leaving when she 18. I'm starting to miss her already. So I've been sleeping on her floor in her room just to be close to her and going to her room more because I'm anticipating she one of them kids is gonna be trying. She's 16 going on 21 right now, but not in terms of like fast, But in terms of like she want to be grown, we keep looking at her like, you got it so good here. Everything is free. You got free internet, free Wi-Fi. You just got an iPhone. You get free clothes, free laundry service, free food. Free food. You got a concierge service. You got chauffeur service. You want to leave this oasis? Okay, little girl. You can't tell her nothing though. 16 going on 21. Not in terms of being fast. I hope not. But in terms of like, she just want to be an adult. I want to do this for myself. I want to do this for myself. I keep hearing this shit. I can't do wait. I'm looking at her like, do you not know how good you got it? You got a free room. You ain't nobody charging you for that room. You know how much money we can get for that room every single month? Oh my God, these kids these days, they don't know how they got it. So I've been spending more time with her, missing her already. And she gonna be out. My son, we're gonna have to push him out the nest. I can already tell. Hey, what's up, Sandra Jones Mitchell? Good to see you. Had a great conversation with her yesterday talking about SOAC. You'll hear more about it here starting next week as we help them promote what they're doing there. I mean, it was just, it just listen to her just made me realize just how little we talk about elderly folks, and in particular our seniors, and in particular the issues that are affecting our seniors. I don't talk enough about that, and I don't hear enough of those conversations. Regina writes, good morning, happy Friday. Didi writes, I think it's always shitty to shit on one business to try to gain support of another. While he is complaining about Cincinnati mindset, he is doing exactly the Cincinnati thinking that he complains about, downing black folks in his city. What? Huh. You don't say. What? What are we talking about? We talking about, and again, I'm not picking on Clyde. Clyde's a big boy. He don't give a damn what we talk about. And I support the brother. I like Clyde Bennett. But everything is fodder for conversation. And when I saw this, obviously I screenshotted it. I thought we could have a future conversation about it. So today's that day. And he posted this, it was early this week, because if you don't live in Cincinnati, there is a business called the Alabama Fish Bar. It is majority owned. It's not black owned. And they sell fish. I think that's all they sell, fish and fries and onions. And it's like a Cincinnati thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a Cincinnati thing. They've been around for what, 28, 30 years. And 3CDC is developing that corridor right there. I forget the name of the project. They're investing millions and millions of dollars in updating everything and opening new businesses. And so as a part of it, they work with the Alabama Fish Bar to update them. And now they can take credit cards and debit cards and everything now, because before it was cash only. And it's not uncommon for you to drive past it and see people standing outside, because they got a really small waiting area. It's not really big in there. At least it wasn't. Now maybe they've expanded it. I may go down just to check it out. Damn, I feel like I'm completely washed out all of a sudden. There it is, a little better. And so they had a line literally like was down the street. And I don't know what the wait time is, but Clyde said that people are waiting like 2 hours to get that fish. Get that fish. Get that fish. You see that? That's an image right there. People at the Alabama Fish Bar standing in the cold to get that fish. Get that grease. Get that grease. Can I have some grease and a side of fish, please? And he took exception to it. And Didi says that he's as bad as what he's criticizing. Let me analyze this for a second. Is he as bad? I hear your point. I mean, sustain. I can't. That's your opinion. I can't in any way overrule it or tell you you're wrong. I can see exactly why you say that. But that's why I wanted to have a conversation, because we always talk about the others. Let's talk about us for a second. Just using what Clyde put on his Facebook page as a sounding board. Do you agree or disagree with what the brother has to say about black people in Cincinnati? The black people in Cincinnati will overwhelmingly support it and hype white businesses, but will not support and unnecessarily criticize black businesses. And as I sit in the world I'm in, the seat I'm in, I don't know nobody like that. Nobody around me act like that. I don't know nobody in my circle of friends, my sphere. I don't know nobody like that. We don't roll like that. I don't roll like that. I'm for everybody, but I'm especially for us. Simple as that. And if it came to me, I do it all the time. If it came to me spending my money, I spend my money with some black folks. I'm saying if I'm gonna give anybody a second chance, it's gonna be some black-owned people. That's just me. And I think that's the way a lot of people's attitudes are these days, even in the city of Cincinnati. Now, maybe there was a time, but even when you go back, let's say we talk about Mahoganies, even when all that stuff was going on with Mahoganies and people was hating on her, you had a lot of black people that was trying to issue on her. You had a lot of black people that were supporting her too. You had a lot of black people that were supporting her at the very same time. So there might be elements inside of Black Cincinnati for which his critique is true. But I don't think about any way it's the majority at all. Most of the black folks I hear and see and interact with, they on some how do we promote black businesses type stuff. So I think the Clyde is wrong on this. And perhaps Didi is right. What do you think about what Didi has to say at 513-873-7134? That's my number right there. You want to call. You don't have to. You can sit back, take a free ride on my thoughts. I got this. And chill, check out the flows. May learn something. May not. Right? Mini Queen. What's up, Mini Queen? She writes, and we gonna keep eating Alabama. Just because we buy Alabama don't mean we don't support our own. And that's what I would say. Just because you support Alabama's don't mean you don't support your own. It just means you like Alabama fish. It ain't got to be some deep commentary on black consumer trends. It's, I feel like give me some fish today. Cool. But when it comes to support black-owned businesses, I'm going to support black-owned businesses. Great. So I agree with Minnie Queen on that. It don't have to be either or. It can be both. I wonder what Clyde was thinking of. I'm going to reach out to Clyde actually right now and see if we can get him on the show. Say, Clyde, we talking about you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where was your head at, Clyde? You tripping, bro. Oh, I'm sending a message right now. I don't know if he's going to respond. I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Sometimes this works. Sometimes it always works, actually, but doesn't mean they're always going to come on. Yeah. So we can get to the bottom. What's his brother thinking? You right, Minnie Queen. He tripping. Brother tripping. Let's check his ass real quick. Who he think he is? He hating on the black community. Keisha writes, pardon me, I know that's disgusting. Can't get mad. We like what we like. Why King? King writes, Clyde needs to shut up and dribble. Good one, bro. Good one. He said, shut the hell up and dribble. Get out here and get some people off their cases, man. Go and win some court cases. Man. Whose fish is better than Alabama's? I'll wait, LOL. What? Tanika out here offering challenges, whole challenges? I don't know. I haven't consumed the fish at other establishments. I would be a bad judge of that. Maybe perhaps somebody else who's got more experience could do that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, John, I see you calling in, man. Some tell me you don't want to talk about Alabama Fish Bar right now. All right. So call me back a little bit later and I'll definitely get you call in. But I want to talk about this right now. I don't want to be taking off my target. Hey, John, right now we're talking about this Alabama Fish Black Cincinnati consumer trend type thing. So if you don't want to talk about that, bro, then just call me back and I'll most certainly put you on. I don't want to get sidetracked. Cruther writes, Clyde is right. Alabama fish is overrated. Overrated. Gee, that's so hard to say, Cruther. Because I can't speak to the taste buds of somebody else. Like for me, I might be like, yeah, it's overrated. But for somebody else, the way it hits they taste buds, it might be the shit. It might be everything. I would say it's cool. I would say it's cool. That's what I would say. Ryan writes, the smoke point for olive oil is too low to fry fish. No, it's not. I fried salmon in olive oil, primarily in that ain't true. Where you getting that from, right? Um, and primarily in avocado oil. Because as a cardiac patient, if the oils is where it is part of the problem with what humans eat. It's the oils. Gotta watch those oils, man. That canola oil shit'll kill you. It'll clog your shit straight up like it did mine. It'll clog your artery straight up. You be talking about how you got to get a stent in your heart, like I got one. Got a stent in my heart. You can't see it, but it's in there somewhere. That's what they tell me. Is that right? I mean, I'll take your word for it, kind of, but I've fried salmon in olive oil before, and it worked to perfection. Mwah! It's great. Come to my house, I'll take care of you. Keisha writes, the 43 bar had great fish, but they are closed now, the 43 bar. I vaguely remember them. Minnie writes, that's untrue. What's untrue? Oh, you talking about what Clyde said? I did send Clyde a message. He's a good sport. This is all fun. I mean, I'm serious about how I feel about it. But Clyde's a good sport, but a very busy man. So we'll see if he responds. If he does, we'll bring him on and kind of pick his brain a little bit and maybe even challenge him a little bit. He's open to that. He's a very smart, intelligent guy. So he don't give a damn. Jenny writes, I agree, Nathan. I can't imagine going to Alabama Fish. Wing Champ does have good fish. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. Where I'm at in my life right now, if it's either or, which I'm going to Wing Champs. That's just me. That's just me. If it's either or, I'm going to Wing Champs. But it would never be either or because they're in different parts of the city, and they offer two different things. But if it's a choice between the two, that's where I'm going. Okay, that's just me. Wing Champ does have good fish. All right. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, Nathan. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Doing well, brother. How you doing?
I'm outstanding.
Good to hear.
But I'm also a little disgusted. Y'all here talking about your stent, but you had no problem letting that brother with them woke cigars on your damn show. I told you that was a bad combination.
What'd you say again? I'm sorry, I missed it. I was cleaning my throat.
The brother who had the work cigars.
Yeah, what about it? It was a great show, great product.
Yeah.
Black
yeah,
owned.
and then you out here talking about your health issues. I tried to tell you back then that was a bad combination.
Huh?
Woke cigars and your health issues. Yes.
You just jumped off the moon. What the hell?
That's what I do. I jump off the moon.
What does my health issues have to do with doing an interview supporting and promoting a black-owned business, and he happens to sell cigars?
Because heart disease is one of the very preventable health issues that the black community suffers from.
Well,
and lastly,
here's the good thing about
before I go.
Well,
before I go,
let me say this to you real quick. The good thing about that is, do you smoke cigars?
Lastly, before I go, I just want to say thank you for not pronouncing.
Do you smoke cigars?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, do you smoke cigars?
No, not my game.
Then what the hell? You ain't got to worry about it then. Don't smoke cigars. You be all right.
I'm a consumer. But lastly, I just want to thank you for everything you do, and thank you for not pronouncing the L in salmon this morning. That's another black health crisis, pronouncing the L in salmon. It's been real. I had fun. I got to get back on the road. Be well.
Brother. Be safe out there, man. Be safe out there. Pardon me, I know that's disgusting, but I got this whole phlegm shit going on. Sorry. Well, like I told the brother, what the hell? You don't smoke cigars, so you're not at risk. That conversation with people that might be into cigars, it might be something you want to get into. You make your own decision. You grown folks out there, make your own decision. You know what the risks are about everything. You make your own decisions. Appreciate the call, man. A little bit off topic, but in and out. Let me see. Ayana writes, good morning, Nathan and Choppers. I love what Clyde said. He was on point. I'm glad he said it. Really? Really? Damn, okay. You think Clyde was on point with this comment here, huh? All of it, Ayana, or just some of it? Because I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't think that you can I don't think that if you're making a blanket statement about Black Cincinnati, that's not true to me. That is not true to me. Black people, in my opinion, do not go out of their way to hype white-owned businesses at the detriment of Black-owned businesses. Not in the world that I live into. Now, I don't know each and every Black person, but the people like the friends, family, colleagues, associates, I don't know nobody with that mentality. Nobody. In fact, everybody I rock with and I'm around has the exact opposite mentality. I don't know anybody with that kind of mentality. Not to say, pardon me again, not to say that mentality doesn't exist because, come on, we just human, damn. But I think that we got to give Black Cincinnati credit for growth as well. I just don't think that's true. But again, we can always agree to disagree. She says she believes him. Cool. I disagree. Nate, I haven't heard of these places that Clyde is talking about. I'm always looking for a good fish place, so I check these places out and I will check these places out and make my judgment. You said you're gonna check these places out and make your judgment. Yeah, they're all Black-owned places. I have been to some of them, but not all of them. But I'm aware, and in some cases, I made me friendly with the ownership. Good Black folks, man. Doing their work here in the city. I have not eaten at all those establishments, so I can't tell you. I have been to Park Place, know the ownership, good people. I've had good times at Park Place. Matter of fact, the last time we did a Chopper get-together, we did it at Park Place. They hosted us out there. Everybody, I think, had a good time. It's out there in the Forest Park area. Good people out there, man. Shout out to the brother, the family that owns it. And that brother's on, he's on some Black shit in the sense that he understands his role. I mean, I've spoken with the guy. He supported us when we first kicked it off. He was a sponsor. I mean, like I said, I get it. Of course, Wing Champs is owned by Liz Rogers. I've not been there yet, but I've heard great things. I see good things. Mangoes, of course, is owned by J. Raj. I have not been to Mangoes, but, I'm friendly with J. Raj, and I have a favorable opinion about him. But I can't speak to the menu because I haven't eaten off the menu. So I want to keep it 100 with you. And I want to tell you something that's a lie. Can't have that. Diddy writes, Alabama is central for a lot and kind of nostalgia for a lot of people that have been going for years. The other places are new and they get supported as well by Black folks that travel those areas. Can't every business win? Once again, I detect no lies. I mean, she's right. There is a sense of nostalgia about the location, and Alabama's Fish Bar has been around for a long time. Even though they're not Black owned, they're majority owned. I think it's a white female that owns it, and she's right about that. For the people that live in that area, the old OTR, the old OTR, the Alabama's was a fixture of the old OTR, servicing the community for many, many, many years. So it's an emotional connection for some people, I would imagine. I'm not that connected to Alabama Fish Bar. Growing up in Cincinnati, it was just a place to get some fish. I was probably introduced to it by my people in them. My mother, father, uncle, grandmother, grandfather. You know what I'm saying? They, the adults know all the great places to eat. So that's probably where I was introduced to it, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Grandmother, grandfather was like, hey, we got to get us some Alabama fish. The whole house got fish. Whole house smelling like fish. You know, bags stinking. You got to take them outside. You don't want to put them inside the trash can inside the house, that kind of stuff. As a kid, I smashed. Hulk smash. I smashed. And, you know, as I got older and went to college, I was still smashing. I ain't going to lie to you. I smashed. Let me get two dinners. Yeah, that's one for my wifey. They both for me. Smash all of them. You know what I'm saying? When the wifey and I first hooked up, you know, she's from Cleveland, so I know I had to show all the Cincinnati cuisine. So I turned her on to Alabama Fish Bar. So when we were first married, we used to go down there a couple times a year at least and smash. You know what I'm saying? We be, you know how it is when you're a married couple and you ain't got no kids. You do whatever you want to do. You lay in the bed, post-coital. And you're like, you know what you want to do today? What you want to eat? I think I'm going to move with some fish. Alabama Fish Bar, right? But over the years, I got away from it. My taste buds, my guts changed. My taste buds changed. And at this point, I'll probably never have it again unless they have some cleaner options. It'll probably never happen, but enjoy. You know what I'm saying? That's what Didi's saying. Everybody can win. And I like that idea. I want everybody to win. Brent writes, so Alabama Fish is owned by the overseers. As much as I've heard black people hype them up over on other shows, I would have sworn it was owned by black people. Is that right? People hyping them up on other shows. Okay. I mean, if they like them, they like them. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. Marisha writes, good morning. Who day? Are you going to do it early, huh? Got the orange and the black. Look at you. Is it, what? Is that, you got a bingo nail your own and your avatar I can't see is so small. What? Okay, who day then? Who day? Happy for all my who day friends. Minnie Queen is replying to Darlene. She writes, Darlene, I haven't had them but for one thing, I hate the comparison because those places are all the way out in Forest Park, Springdale. Ain't nobody going all the way out there just for fish. Now, if we were there, yeah, at least compare to something black owned in the city. You talking about the way Clyde compared? Let me see if Clyde responded. He might have responded. I don't know. Probably got a case or something. Way more important to deal with. Let me see here. I do have his number. I can call him. I'll call him. I'll take a break and give him a call if I'm serious about this. For whatever reason, I'm on one now. I might as well ride it all the way out. You know, we here now. So, great show yesterday, Nathan. Thank you. That was Sister Sandra, man. I mean, just a really interesting perspective. I want to stay connected with her. I want her to stay connected because that's some really critical work that she's doing. Looking rough out here. I'll take care of it later. Janice writes, as much as white people run to get away from the people of color, if the world was flat, they would have fallen off by now. I'm just saying. That's hilarious. They fell off the earth. The best fish was at Mardi Gras. Is that right? Minnie Queen writes, the ones he compared to aren't even in the city. At least compare to somewhere near. I agree. I'm with you on that one. Charles writes, good morning. Happy Friday. Lynn writes, good morning, great people. I think he lives out in the suburbs, so that's close to him, right? Jenny writes, I had no idea that Game Time was black owned. Does that also include the one in Newport, Kentucky? Don't know. Kush writes, good morning, Nate and the Mighty Choppers. Sandra writes, Black Cincinnati. Wow. Anthony writes, used to do Alabama, but at this time I no longer do. For me, in my opinion, the quality of it has gone down over the years. Yeah, there was a shift many moons ago. Yeah, there was a shift for sure. Janice writes, I will give all places a try, but I will always go back to the place with the best food. Irish Rowley writes, good morning, great people. Same to you. Good to see you. Me and Reynolds. That's right. Me and Reynolds. Captain Pettis is going to be the new Cincinnati Sentinel president. Her and Reynolds going to be running things down there at the Sentinels now. You know what I'm saying? Don't F with her now because Reynolds is somewhere. You can't see it, but Reynolds is off to the side somewhere. Props to Captain Pettis. Stop hating on that sister, man. Leave that sister alone. Frivolous ass lawsuits. Alabama Fish was in the black community doing their best to provide what the community wanted. Even gave away birthday dinners to the ghetto. People abuse it. LOL. Clyde hasn't provided a service for black people. Oh, boy. Damn. Oh, boy. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, boy. You know how folks are. That's how they do. You start talking about black icons, boy. Ooh, they're turning you real good. What you doing? I started talking about how the Black Eagle was on a diet and not a hunger strike. People was like, what you doing, Nate? You ain't doing nothing. At least he doing something for the community. Okay, he eating smoothies for the community. Can I get some pineapple in a smoothie? We ain't got no mango? Okay. Oh, man. Akeem writes, Jeff Pastor been working out because he tested message Lincoln Ware saying he ain't no hoe in response to his upcoming trial. Yeah, somebody did tell me that his Jeff Pastor's lawyer was on with Lincoln. That's great. That's why I'm glad we've got Lincoln Ware in the community. We need as many options as possible. He ain't no hoe. I don't understand all of that. I wish Jeff the best. Dale writes, as a native Cincinnati who lived in other cities, Clyde has overgeneralized with his comments. There's a high-class restaurant in Buckhead called Houston's, treated black people different than white patrons, which led to a temporary boycott, and black people still dine in his establishment. Is that right? I lost all respect for Clyde when he betrayed the Honorable Judge Tracy Hunter. Damn, when he do that? Wait. What happened? There's a memory. Your flow touched a memory file that I had long since forgotten. He betrayed. What was he representing her and he stopped representing her? Is that what it was? I don't remember the details. What's the details? And the conversation is more about, do black people in Cincinnati support black-owned businesses? And it's really less about whether we think Alabama Fish is good or not, because that's really up to your own taste buds. What I think about something, you might feel the exact opposite. And what you think about something, I might feel the exact opposite. We can both be right. There is no wrong in that. You know what I'm saying? So that's hard to tell. That's hard to tell. Crystal writes, good morning. Good morning to you. Jericho writes, I had COVID twice and I feel good too. And I have asthma. It affects everyone differently. You had it twice? Damn. That shit is real. Brent writes, also black-owned businesses need to advertise on black media outlets and stations. They can also put their resources and get, yeah. Well, I don't want to support nobody else's venture. They don't need me to do that, but certainly here for sure. And they do. And they do. You know what I'm saying? Just pay it. When you hear people that are advertising on this platform on a regular basis, they're doing that in part because they support what we're doing here. They support what we're doing. They support independent media. They support this show. They support our other podcasts. And they want us to build. They want to help build us to a better place. Right? And when you hear that consistently, I mean, just put that into the way that you kind of look at the people that you hear advertising on this platform on a regular basis. That's why. So, we definitely get support, no doubt about it. Anthony writes, hometown supposed to help stack the deck. Brandy writes, good morning. Chastity writes, not a fan of Alabama Fish. To me, that's not real Southern fried fish. It's bland and deep fried, LOL. Oh, boy, your fish ain't better than my mama's. Right? Let me see. Pat writes, good morning. Nakia writes, watch out, Nate. The cat's to be on you. Not sure what that means. Anthony writes, don't have a business, but as a property owner and more coming in, I will be looking for some tax rollbacks. Edward writes, these Bengal fans will fight you over these Bengals. They don't play LGBTQ, ain't got nothing on a Bengal fan, LOL. What? LGBT? How'd you make that comparison? Huh? All right, so I'm not here to tell you that we're gonna be splitting the atom this morning and talking about the most serious of the most serious of the most serious shit. I'm not gonna even lie and tell you that. I don't do that every morning. You know, they got Black News Channel and other folks that do that far better than me. We talk about people, politics, and pleasure on this show with a heavy local focus. So I'm gonna keep it real with you. Ain't no sense in lying. You know what you get. If you're looking for that heavy news, you can find other places. People do that way better than I do. But nobody's got superlative flus. Here, there's something here I want to share with you that I didn't get a chance to talk about. You know, and I might be a little old on this, but I just want to throw it out here. I just want to throw it out here. It ain't we're not splitting the atom, but I want to get your thoughts on it just real quick. So let's talk about Rihanna, her trifling ass. How dare she disrespect the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King? You know, she earlier in the week, there was a little bit okay, Michael, we got you. We got you. Early in the week, she made a little bit of news because of something that she posted on her Twitter page. People said she was disrespecting the memory of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. And I'm like, word? Really? Is this really disrespect, or is this she just having some fun with it? So the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, of course, he was killed in a hospital. He did not die at the hands of James R. Ray. I think is the man's name. He was killed by doctors in the hospital. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, yeah. Don't believe the hype. And so Rihanna posted this image right here. She posted this image on one of her social media accounts, and it shows the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, but he's got a gold grill on it. He's got a gold grill, y'all. He got a gold grill. And people hit the moon. They hit the moon. Like, what? How dare she do this? How she gonna disrespect our dear brother, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, is that really disrespect? Is that really disrespect? I mean, there might be a lot of disrespect to the Reverend Dr. Martin thing going on. I'm not really sure if posting an image of him with a gold grill is really all that disrespectful. I think people get way too sensitive about little shit. Hold on, I got a better image here I want to put up here. I think people get way too. Here it is right here. So there it is. That's the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. He's got a gold grill in, and it might read freedom in the grill. And I just want to ask you again, we're not splitting the atom. And we ain't solving the great problems in front of the Black community today. I get it. We'll do that on Monday, right? But I want to know, as Black people, do you find this image to be disrespectful? And he's got, if you missed it, he's got a little earring in his right ear, which is the right ear. Now they put it on the left ear, you're being disrespectful. But he's got a little he's got a little diamond stud there on the right ear, which means that he's heterosexual, which we all know he is because he had girlfriends. But do you see, is this disrespectful to Dr. King, or is this just having some fun? Let me go first. To me, this is just having some fun. Just having some fun. I don't think this is inherently disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But people went nuts on Rihanna online and said some of the craziest stuff, including, I'm not sure if you're hip to this, but there is a very popular YouTube channel called The Black Authority. And the brother is hilarious. He's got a very funny voice. He got a very hilarious way about him. And it can be very entertaining to listen to his show and to watch his show. And I can't say that he never makes any points. But I felt like he jumped over the moon on this one, because this is a screenshot from his Twitter page, the Black Authority Twitter page. I'm sure some of you may be aware of it. Somebody turned me on to it. I can't remember who it was. So he posted this in response to what he perceived to be Rihanna's disrespect. Tell me if you went too far. Quote, regarding Rihanna's disrespect toward Dr. King, my only comment is I'm not going to say Breezy was right, ... I'm just going to say I understand. Now, Breezy is Chris Brown. Chris Brown and Rihanna used to be a couple until they had a domestic dispute. And, Chris Brown and Rihanna got physical with one another. It was a big thing, y'all. It was a whole big thing. And he had to do community service. It was a whole thing. He apologized. Rihanna hit him. He hit Rihanna. So tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like what this black man is saying, that because of the perceived disrespect against the Reverend Dr. Martin King, who's dead, by the way, that he's kind of like endorsing violence against Rihanna, the violence that Chris Brown committed against Rihanna. Like, hey, I understand why he smacked her around. What? What? Huh? This is what we doing now? We rubber stamping and giving endorsements on violence against black women, because she is a black woman, because she posted this? Come on, yo, we got to do better than this. Come on, black media, we got to do better than that. And I can understand you and your feelings about it and all, but endorsing violence against women, primarily black and brown women, in any way over something like this, I can't even understand. I'm trying to fathom a circumstance in which it would be okay. But this is what we doing out here, black media? We got to do better. Again, to me, I see ha funny. But I'm like that, though, yo. I don't get all super sensitive. Like, I remember it was some people that was doing like an MLK party, and they had an image on the flyer of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, and he was partying or something. He had like a brew in his hand or something like that. I can't remember the details, but it was something that people thought was less than dignified. People went straight off. How dare they disrespect the image of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's just a flyer for a party. That's all it is. Now, I come from a different place, cut from a different cloth, so I don't think the way everybody else thinks. So maybe it's me. Maybe this is way more disrespectful than I'm willing to say it is or it perceives to me. To me, this is ha funny. This definitely ain't worth no damn threats against violence against Rihanna or any other woman. So this dude over at the Black Authority channel, and I've watched many of his shows, he loved black people. Until they post a meme, and it's just supposed to be funny, about the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. And then it's okay to, this ain't even no tacit endorsement, to endorse violence because she posted this. Okay. We ain't got a chance. we don't have a chance. When that's the Black Authority, we ain't got a chance. We ain't got a fucking chance at all. This is what you're doing out here, yo? Over this? Over this? What we doing out here? This is what we doing now? Yeah, it's okay to put your hands on a woman now because she posted a meme. Now, you know Martin Luther King has some ghetto in him. Get the hell out of here. He was a smart, intelligent guy with a lot of backbone. He had girlfriends. Stop it. It is what it is. Wake up, people. Two things can be true at the same time. I don't know. Maybe if he was born in a different generation, he might have had some gold grills. I don't know. Who knows? I don't think this takes away from the legacy one bit of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King at all. That's just me. I don't think it takes away from his legacy, not one iota. It's just a meme. It's just somebody got on Photoshop or Canva. That's it. This ain't no direct threat to the legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and all his work. It ain't no threat at all. That's just me, though. Well, tell me what you think at 513 873-7134. Good morning. Ebony writes, Clyde didn't want to stand in line, so he ran it real quick, LOL. Clyde on that healthy kick. He ain't eating no fried fish. He ain't eating that. Let me writes, good morning. He got a green smoothie. Wherever he is, he got a green smoothie. Let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Nathan Ivy and the good people of Cincinnati, as well as the good people around the world. Yes, those blasted choppers. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I'm doing well. You sound distant, far away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just moved the phone. I have it on the counter, so I don't get any feedback or signal. It's a little rainy and sunny here, but it's okay. But rain comes in and out here in Florida all the time. But before we get to a couple of topics that you brought up, and one, let's get it out of the way really early. Your perspectives. Will the Bengals go into Tennessee and wipe Tennessee out? I think the Bengals have a pretty good shot. I think if they stay on track and they stay focused, Tennessee is doable to be beaten. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with you, man. I mean, not to get all deep into the football jargon, but I think it's going to come down to the defensive line, offensive line, and turnovers, as most games do. That's what it's going to come down to. Can they protect the quarterback, and can they put pressure on the other quarterback? And can they limit their turnovers? If they can do all of that, they got a really good shot. If they don't, they're probably going to lose.
Well, the weather should be pretty decent. A little bit chilly probably there, but I think I hear your perspective, so that looks good. You know, you were talking about your daughter trying to keep. I know parents, they want to keep their kids grounded and keep them safe. But Nathan, you and your wife have to understand, at some point you got to cut the shoestrings and let them fly. Let them fly.
We know.
You got to let them fly. But I know you want to keep them as close as possible. Yes, and but I guess she's reached the pinnacle early, 21. Yeah, she's still young, but she feels okay. I've learned all I can learn at home, moms and pops. Let me fly. Let me find my way. They'll always come home to the nest. You know that. They always come home for that meal, come home for guidance, tutoring. But, I'm sure we don't have to get too much deep into that perspective. But I'm sure you and your wife had talked it over. But, no. But, I often hear parents sometimes say, not so much you and your wife, but often I hear their feedback on, trying to safeguard their kids. But I say, let them fly. If they think they're ready to go, let them go. Okay, let's get off of that. Your perspective on King and his legacy, and it's always been allegations for years about King's, should we say, infidelities, or was he cheating on his wife? It's nothing really proof around it, but it's always been talked. But if you look at J. Edgar Hoover, former FBI director, scumbag, and Nazi terrorists and everything else, if you look at the files of J. Edgar Hoover, the person Hoover hated the most out of everybody that he wiretapped, followed, photographed, Kennedy's, and a number of people, Cuba, the person he hated the most was Dr. Martin Luther King. Now, Hoover never really brought out the fact. He had allegations that King was fooling around. Yes, he might have been wiretapping, should we say wiretapping, or listening to King's conversation. Oh, and I must also add to who he hated too, Malcolm X too. But, King was followed a lot, recorded. We can also say it was people in King's camp too that was tipping off information to Hoover. Albert Akowitz is Reverend King's closest ally. Isn't it funny how, you trying to do the good things with the community and somebody within your camp is selling you down the river? We'll deal with that another day at a time. But, King's, he was a man, Nathan, like any other man. I'm not saying all men cheat, but when you reach that level that King was on, women are going to come after you. They might have tested you. Some of those women might have been paid by the FBI. Hey, see how close you can get to King. See if you can get him to get under the sheets with you. That's a possibility that might happen. But as you stated, you cannot taint his legacy. It is what it is. Some people think his face should be on the rock out there. What's that rock with the presidents out there? His face should be out there. Maybe that may happen. Maybe not me in your lifetime. But it's always been talk that he should be out there, and I think he should be. So I can, if he was his infidelities, if he was cheating, it's never been no proof. No women ever stepped forward to say anything. So people can throw words out there. That doesn't mean he did it or didn't do. But and if he did, I can push that to the side because his actions speak louder than words. What he done, his speeches will live on for eternity. So his cheating is small stuff to me.
Okay.
I can push that to the side.
Yeah.
And finally, I can end with this. You know, you were talking about business. Yes, we have to support each other's business, and I think we talked about it before. And hopefully, anybody in businesses that on the Nathan Ivy Show, at the sound of his voice or my voice, virtual reality is here, people. And if you're not moving in that direction, a meta version, if you're not moving at that direction, you better start thinking about it
All
because
right,
that's
John.
where all of these businesses are going.
I think you might
And
be right
John
about that. Got to make a move,
John,
John. I appreciate you.
John from Florida will bring it up more in detail in time coming down the road. Have a nice day.
Thank you for the call. In and out. It's John from Florida. That man, that black man right there. Ebony writes, this guy on the phone, is he smoking that blue crack? That was at 8:55. That must have been, I'm not sure who that was. That Fame, maybe? Might have been Fame calling in. Dale writes, why is he trying to run someone else's show? He can't run this show. He can try all he wants to. Charlie Wimmer writes, good morning, Friday. Winners. Back to the phones we go. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Ivy. This is your West Side Connection, Drop Squad 52. How you doing, sir?
I'm more blessed than I deserve to be, brother.
Well, I appreciate your show, Mr. Ivy. I was listening to you early on. I was making my own homemade salsa, being encouraged by your new lifestyle and how you eat. When y'all was talking about the fish restaurants and the lawyer who scolded the Black citizens of Cincinnati. And I just wanted to say that if a Black person has been going to get their fish from whatever restaurant, Black, white, Mexican, whatever, and then a new Black business opens up, most of the time, if it's in their community, within their travel circle, wherever, back and forth for work or whatever, they will try the Black-owned place. But like you said earlier, Mr. Ivy, if they go there and that first experience is not comparable to where they have been going before and happy and enjoying it, they're going to give the Black restaurant a shot. And like you said, if they having a bad day or whatever, or over time the service starts to diminish, then Black people will not spend their money where they're not satisfied, unless they're confined in a certain community where they can't get outside of their community. Because real quick, Mr. Ivy, back in the 90s, I had a friend related to my ex-wife who was in the dope game. And he would constantly open up these little fish markets up in LA. And his competition were other Black-owned fish markets. And he could never stay open because, for one, his service sucked and he wasn't a real businessman. But people would always show up when they had their grand opening, every single time. But he could never stay open. Now, maybe it was because he was using the business for other things and he didn't really care. But that's all I really had to offer, because I don't want you to cut me off because I'm off topic or whatever. But just before I go, I want to ask you, how much is the Nathan Ivey Show is going to encourage and motivate the Black voters to participate in the upcoming midterm election? Because in past shows, Mr. Ivey, you would always say that that's the problem with a lot of the Black voters is they show up for the presidential election, but for the midterms, they don't show up. And then their party loses control in one of the houses of Congress, and then their president or the other president either does or doesn't do certain things. So I just like to go, and I'll hang up and listen to your response, if you have one, of what role do you plan on taking as part of the Nathan Ivey Show with getting people to vote in the upcoming midterm. Thank you for taking my call. And before I go, it's Friday. I ain't got no job. Oh, that's right. I'm retired. Be safe in them streets, shoppers.
Sorry about that. At least once per show, I got to get it in. Good morning. Has anybody seen that video of the Tri-County McDonald's worker coughing on all the food? I'm in Facebook jail. I couldn't share it. My question is, who's eating at McDonald's these days? What self-respecting human being who cares about their body is eating McDonald's? All these videos we've seen about disgusting habits. I mean, come on, yo. But no, I didn't see it. And if that happened, they should fire the person immediately. Let me see. TC writes, when Snoop comes to town, he goes straight to Alabama. And if you in there with him, he treats you too. Is that right? Big Snoop, dog? Straight to Alabama, huh? Okay. Okay, great. He's probably in court. Speaking of, yeah, he probably is. Mahogany should have set up an OTR in the first place rather than banks then heading to the burbs. I mean, it's just so easy to tell somebody else with their business and the opportunities that was given to them where they should go. They went where the money was. You had local politicians that was helping and pushing her to go there because they wanted to have some Black-owned representation on the banks, which we still need, by the way. So, I mean, how are we going to tell somebody else where they should put their business and we ain't putting no money into helping them relocate and move their business? That's not fair. That's not fair at all. Tabitha writes, a great show yesterday. I have called and connected with Mrs. Jones. Thank you, Nate. Oh, that's great to hear. That is great to hear. Miss Jones is a real one. She's real about her community. She meant everything she said. You can see her passion. And we cannot forget about our seniors. Everything's for the young folks. Everything's for millennials. But what about the seniors? They just get pushed to the side and forgotten. Let me see. Oh, great. Glenn writes, Sandra Jones had me call my mom just to say hi, and I love you after hearing her speak, and I talk to my mom all the time. No, the one in Newport is owned by Saltines. Saltines. That's what we doing now. That's what we doing now. Lemmy writes, congrats to the Sentinels. Dale writes, the Black Eagle ended his fast. I know he did. Don't tell me that, man. I was having too much fun. Of course he ended his fast. Because two things. One, it didn't matter what he did. It wasn't going to pass. Period. It didn't matter if everybody in America went on a hunger strike. It wasn't going to pass. Period. And it had nothing to do with him or any other outside influence other than election time comes up and, you primary Cinema and or primary Joe Manchin in West Virginia, Cinema is in Arizona. Other than that, Democrats pull all their support, all their money and put it with a primary challenger, somebody who's open to play ball with them, open to reform the filibuster, open to to vote positively or vote with the other Democrats on these major pieces of legislation. Other than that, it wouldn't matter what kind of hunger strike he was on, which was a fake hunger strike in the first place. Fucking hunger strike. Drinking smoothies every day. Y'all want to get out of here? I'm trying to confirm this. Is this true? I know Daryl was really into it, and I know I'm just a no good Negro. He ain't doing shit. I know. Carmelita Jones writes, Captain Pettis was my supervisor at my very first job. I don't know her like that. I've seen her a couple times, but everything I hear about her has always been positive. You know, I've heard it from multiple sources, and it's always positive, so it must be positive. Clyde Bennett II, what have you done for us lately? My Janet Jackson voice, I know, right? That's how they do you, man. You don't mess with no black icons, because black folks will pull your car real quick, like, oh, who you think you were? What you been doing? You ain't been doing nothing for us. You ain't been doing nothing for us at all. James Muhammad writes, congrats, Sister Captain Pettis. Susan writes, you wrong, Nate, regarding the Black Eagle. No, I'm right. I'm right about that, 100%. And I just can't take it no more, y'all. I'm about to faint. You ain't about to faint. I'll say it again. Anybody in this audience, if you went on a smoothie diet for, let's say, a couple of months, right? If you know what you're doing and you're mixing up the right smoothies, right? You can have a smoothie like 10 times a day, but if you're doing it the right way, you're gonna lose weight, your gut gonna feel better, you're gonna feel healthy, more energized. That's what people who work out. they eat smoothies. I'm about to go on a fast, y'all. Hunger strike. Oh my God, we living in the last days of common sense, man. Let's not get on Tracy Hunter. She was her own worst enemy. Really? I thought her enemy was Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieters. That's what I thought. All that money he spent, special prosecutors, Hamilton County commissioners writing a unlimited check, a blank check for whatever they wanted to do over and over and over again. And he finally got her because you had two jurors that punked out. Two punk ass, weak ass black people that punked out and then wanted to recant, like, I didn't mean to. It just sort of happened. I could be wrong about that, though. Carmelita Jones writes, Clyde defended my cousin's murderer. No respect for him since. Oh, that's serious. That's very serious. Eddie writes, he let the white power structure scare him out of representing Judge Hunter. His words, and I quote, I have to work here. I think I remember that now. Is that his words, though? I don't remember that. Charlie Wimber writes, Nate, I support your business 1,000%. Absolutely. I appreciate the support. Chastity writes, I just have a question for folks. How many of you on here have actually took a day to go to court watch to see how these judges play the games in the courthouse? I know it's some local folks, man, that's doing a podcast. It's like court watch, and they got their eyes on that. And, now that jogs a memory. I was supposed to have a conversation yesterday. Missed that. Let me see. Jericho writes, I'm back. Are we still in Alabama Fish? Well, it really wasn't about Alabama Fish. It was really about black consumer trends. It's really what it was about for me. Because what you think tastes good, don't make me ish back and forth. So you know how that goes. Yes, Nate, let's talk about it. Rihanna, she done effed up now, really? So Rihanna effed up because she posted this. And I don't take offense to it. I'll be honest with you. So what? I mean, we live in the world of Photoshop everything and Canva everything. He's got some gold teeth. They read freedom, I think. And then He's got a little diamond stud, a fake diamond stud. You ain't no real diamond. Got a fake diamond stud. And I don't know what her point was in this. I don't know what she was trying to say. But to me, I'm not all that offended about it. I'm certainly not as offended as the brother over at the Black Authority. Because this brother posted this basically saying that he understands why Chris Brown put his hands on Rihanna. I'm not going to say Breezy was right. I'm just going to say I understand. So if that's your daughter and her boyfriend put his hands on her, you going to understand that too, Black Authority? If that's the Black Authority, we in fucking trouble. I'll put it that way. So it's okay to endorse violence against women because she posted a meme. I mean, even if you don't like the meme, it ain't that serious, people. Or is it? Ain't that serious to me. Lemmy writes, mockery of MLK in some view. I'm old school. I don't like it. Ebony writes, Rihanna was being disrespectful as F. Everything in a joke. That's like showing Harriet Tubman in boot shorts in the Little Kim pose. That would be funny. That would be funny as hell. Oh, don't do that, man. Like I told you, I got a different sense of humor. I'm the wrong person to ask these kind of things because I'm always going to give some kind of off-color response. I don't think that would be the same, Ebony. I really don't. That's not the same as Harriet Tubman in boot shorts in the Little Kim pose. When she was squatting with her legs open, that's not the same. That's nowhere near the same. That's not the same. It's just some gold teeth and a little diamond, fake diamond stud. Geneva's got the right attitude. Having some fun. That's right. Having some fun. Jericho writes, now that was disrespect. How'd I know you was going to say that? Everything's disrespectful to you, Jericho. Every little thing is disrespectful to you. Come on, y'all. We live in a world of Photoshop. Now, disrespect would be like, I'm not saying that there isn't a level of photoshopping an image of King that I wouldn't think is disrespectful. To me, this is just, it's a bad joke. At the very most, it's a bad joke. And I'll give you that. Kevin writes, I find it humorous, and that girlfriend's comment disrespectful. Regina writes, no, it's just having fun. Come on. See, some people in here that understand. Just have some fun. Dale writes, I'll tell you what. I believe the Boondocks episode about MLK coming back is more accurate. That's right. I can't remember what they did. I think MLK came back and hit the roof because people was like twerking and eating fried chicken or something. I don't know what the hell. It was something like that. Edward writes, I caught that, Nate. Dr. King had girlfriends. No, he had a wife. Now you were being disrespectful, and you said it with the sneak side eye. Dr. King had girlfriends as well. Everybody knows it. I mean, I don't think any less of Dr. King at all. Everybody tragically flawed. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying it is what it is. Tracy writes, she should know better. She would not appreciate if people made a meme of her with a black eye. Yeah, but that would be worse. And what do you think about this brother's comment over at the Black Authority? I mean, he's got a big audience on YouTube. This is what you telling black people? That you condone violence against Rihanna because she posted something like this? So you condone violence against a woman because she was disrespectful. That's that pimp logic. Woman step out of line, you got to whoop that trick. Whoop that. He got that pimp logic. Tell me that's not pimp logic. She stepped out of line and did something disrespectful. Hit her with the back, hit her with them knuckles. But this is supposed to be the Black Authority. We don't have a chance. We ain't got a chance in hell if that's the Black Authority. He got a good thing going on. I ain't hating on him. Very entertaining. But I'm just saying on this one, dead wrong. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. You can't say you love black people if you're condoning violence against black women for some shit like this, period. You cannot say you love black people and you're condoning in any kind of way violence against black and brown women over something like this. That's just my opinion. Could be wrong. Susan writes, Rihanna's depiction is a little sacrilegious, but like you said, seemingly in the name of fun. Meanwhile, the comment by Black Authority is wrong on various levels. Thank you. I'm not alone in this. I mean, like I said, to me, at the most, it was a bad joke. Like, take that shit down, Rihanna. It's the wrong time for that. And that's it. But we rising to the level where you understand why Chris Brown hit her over a meme. Somebody got a problem with women on the low, I think. Never know. Some of these black women out here got problems with black women because mommy didn't suckle me enough and my girlfriend left me and all this other nonsense. Mommy. Mama. Rachel writes, Nate, your image can be mocked up to sell fried foods, weed, and cigarettes if it's just for fun. Yeah, but now you take it out of context, Rachel. Now you get into some serious legal matters. Because number one, Oz is alive. I'm still alive. Reverend Dr. Martin King is dead, long dead, killed at the hand of white medical professionals that allowed him to expire if they didn't just straight up suffocate the brother on the damn table. That's the truth about it. There wasn't no damn James Earl Ray. That's a damn lie, because that's a far easier thing to digest than white medical professionals killed Dr. King in the hospital. The truth. So no, those are two completely different things. You can't take my image and sell something else without sending me a check. That's off top. Bad example, Rachel. I'm calling bad example on that one. TNT writes, that sounded like Smitherman when he defended the old NAACP president Ishton in the Inquirer over me. FBK and Iris stating, we are the type of women you have to put in your hands on. Condoning violence against black women. I will never forget that. What? He said what? He said what? We are the type of women you have to put your hands on. See, that's that whole pimp logic that opens the door for violence against women. Some weak ass man shit, in my opinion. That's just me. That's just me. Edward writes, wow, really disrespect much. You actually said it. Edward, the Reverend Dr. Martin King had girlfriends, period. This is not open for debate. I'm not making this up. This is the history of it. It is what it is. He was human, tragically flawed. Great things, had more courage than probably everybody in this room put together times a million. Great. Died for the cause. But the man had girlfriends, and that's it. We don't have to make a big deal out of this, Edward. This ain't like news. This is well documented. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of the flesh and all that kind of ish. I get it. I ain't hating on him. Kishar writes, he is so wrong. And just think how many people saw that. Right. You talking about the Black Authority dude? Right. Funny guy. I like the channel. But this particular comment right here, he was out of bounds on this one. You are not the Black Authority talking like that, bro. You could not be the Black Authority. You could not be the Black Authority condoning violence against women over a damn meme. Some coward shit right there. That's just my talk on it. I look at things a little differently. I got to make a move. My son is in virtual learning. The wifey is working. I have to make sure that my son is taken care of. So I've got to get off a little bit early this morning. Thank you for being here. Before we roll out of here, I want to remind you that today's show is brought to you in part by our friends over at Renew Community Church. They do a live stream masterclass every Sunday at 11:45 a.m., hosted by Charlie Winburn. This Sunday's topic, it's about to happen for you in 2022. Learn how to feel good every 60 seconds of your life as things manifest for you. You can tap in on YouTube at Renew Community Church live stream, and or you can tap in on Facebook at facebook.com/Cincy Renew. That's CINCI Renew. If you go to their website at 3Ws.renewcommunitychurch.org, you can sign up and download a free ebook, and also sign up for free business and or personal coaching. All right, check them out. Have an excellent rest of your day, family. I really appreciate you. Have a great weekend, Who Day, and all of that. I hope the Bengals win. Give us something more to talk about and another game to watch the weekend after this, next weekend. Hope they win. Hope it's a good game no matter what. Enjoy yourself. Take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Remember our motto. Winners focus on winning. Focus on winning. Because losers focus on winners. They looking at you. So you just keep blinders on and run your race. And stay focused and stay winning. And we'll talk real soon. Until next time, I'm Nate Ivy, and I'm out. Welcome back to the Nathan Ivy Show.
I'm Brian.